always wanted to ask you this, you know, because I read, I go, oh man, they're arrested again, you know, like they dragged you off somewhere for something, some obscenity thing. Is that a publicity stunt?
No, not actually. I mean, first of all, I'm not with the 2 Live Crew anymore.
You're on your own, right?
I'm on my own, yeah. Sure. But not actually. I mean, we go into cities and do concerts, and pretty much, you know, they have towns that still live in dark ages as far as they
sure. They're trying to legislate morality.
Exactly. You know, you go into like cities like, you know, unlike New York where you can come here and do a show. And
well, I'm not even taking the moral side. I mean, how people want to feel about it is one thing. I'm talking about the social effects. Like, for example, I get the feeling you're the kind of guy, you're a smart guy, you're a businessman, you're savvy, you're sophisticated. You don't use that language when you're hanging around with your family, do you?
No.
And what happened if you were sitting there with your mum one day and somebody came into the room and started using all those words? You'd be upset.
Nobody wouldn't come in the room with my mom. You get, just like the lady said before, you get beat down. As soon as beat down, that's right. Oh, yeah.
Well, then it leads me to the question, why then do you put that in your language and in your records so many other kids are going to pick it up and think it's cool because they think you're cool?
Well, that's not really the case. I mean, what happens is, you know, entertainment is entertainment. It's no different than going to the movie theater and seeing a movie, and, you know, you leave that in that context. You know, we're rappers, you know, we entertain people, and people leave it there. You don't go home and, you know, start swearing in front of your mother and your parents, and you become irate. I mean, that's something that's a way that you was actually raised.
Well, I'm glad you say that. Okay. I can understand that. What you do on stage is theatrical.
Right.
Well, then, for kids who are sitting watching this show, they can quote Luther Campbell and say what about profanity?
Well, kids who's looking at this show, kids already know the difference. They'll say, okay, Luke is talking about certain things in his records. He's delivering, you know, he's delivering what he's saying in a certain manner so, you know, that people can understand.
But could you do it without it? I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
I know. You could do it. Exactly. You could do it without it. Then why don't you...
We do radio versions to every record. I mean, it being played, whatever's played on the radio.
Is that what you call them, radio virgins?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, radio versions. Oh, I thought you said radio versions.
It's regulated for the radio. I mean,
okay.
And the video versions are video regulated.
I want to introduce you to a woman who takes the other view. She's an artist who feels that profanity is not a necessary ingredient. You may have heard of this woman. Her name is Nonchalant, and she's anything but nonchalant about her message on her language. And ladies and gentlemen, she will join us when we return. And Luther Campbell, that's next.
You're a role model, but you're a bad role model.
Well, Luther has his own family. You know what's interesting? Well, hang on, let him answer that, okay? I thank you, but
let me say this.
Yes,
let me say this, right? You got to remember, you're a parent, right? You're from a distance. I'm a parent as well. I got 4 kids. All right, my kids don't use no profanity around me in my house, at no given time. So if I can govern my kids, do that with your kids.
What he's saying, what a lot of artists in Luther's position say is, don't blame me for something that you can't control. And to some extent, you and your relationship with your kids is going to be a difficult one. And kids are always going to use language. Luther could probably stand there and blame other people in his family or around him. But I want to bring in our next guest who has a stand against profanity, who I think you will agree should probably be, if you don't like Luther's music, keep them away from Luther's music and introduce them to Nonchalant, which we will right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Nonchalant. Hello. Hey, darling, how are you? Thank you for coming. You know Luther? How you doing?
It's all good.
So, for those unfamiliar, what's your music about, Nonchalant?
It's about feeling good. That's what it's basically about. The hit record 5 o'clock. That was about kids getting off the corner, you know, stop selling drugs, stop buying drugs, all of that, you know. So I just write feel good. Thank you, feel good lyrics.
Okay, you understand that woman's position?
Yeah, I do. I understand her position as well as I understand Luke's position. A lot of people, you know, want to blame rap music for a lot of things, and I do take responsibility for my lyrics, for mine. I can't impose, you know, what I feel on Luke, but I can show both sides because I do understand both sides. As an entertainer, and that's what I am, an entertainer, you know, I have to stay true to myself, but at the same time, I do know that there are kids out there watching me, want to be like me, that want to be a rapper and everything, so therefore I do watch what I say.
Okay. We're talking to our very good friend, Nonchalant, who is discussing profanity, its relevance, its effect in our community. Next. Well, don't go away.